Well, hello my friends, Time Architect here, and welcome to episode number 26 for my Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. In the last episode, we did the world tour. It was so much fun, we had to break it up into two separate episodes. I was joined by Maya Quest and Ricky CFT, and we toured around this village as well as my post-apocalyptic city/industrial district. And it was a blast. Ooh, I am in the dark here. Let me go ahead and turn off shaders for you guys. On the subject of shaders, I do hope that you guys got to enjoy the nice cinematic views touring around the village as well as the city. I know I had a blast recording that. And as promised in this episode, we are going to be renaming some of our villagers. Instead of going in the Iron Farm, we had so many people commenting on the video, we're going to go ahead and go straight into our villager trading hall and try to sort out some of the chaos of which is my villagers. So I think the best way to do it is I'm just going to go through and name some of my diamond villagers, the librarians. So that way they're easier to sort because they are obviously the most important ones. So I guess let's go ahead and start in order with Jake. I think he deleted his comment later on, but I know the guy. So there you are, Jake. You are now selling me feather falling. Thank you very, very much. Next up is Drool. And as soon as I get another villager that turns around with a diamond, there you are, Drool. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the chaos. I will build out an interior at some point. And then next is Tim Be Nice. There you are, Tim Be Nice. Sell me some looting. A little bit of free advertisement for your channel. Wonderful videos. If you guys haven't, go ahead and check him out. Alright, we got Jake. Oh, we don't have you. You will be Geo. Welcome. You're also selling me looting. Do I have two lootings? Ah, no. Tim Be Nice is selling me Unbreaking 3. Fantastic. Next, we have Jade Gaming. Let's find ourselves another diamond librarian somewhere around here. Looks like we might actually be out of diamond librarians. So let's see. I think you right here are an emerald. So Jade, you're selling me thorns. Ooh, prickly. Next, Ricky CFT. You know what? I'm going to make you right there. You're going to be, I'm going to sell lots and lots of iron to you. So thank you, sir, for that. And then we have Kid. Why not? Let's make you, Kid. I will sell some iron to you as well. And of course, Mindless. You will also be sold some iron. Lastly, my buddy Maya Quest also selling me some iron. So thank you all very, very much for all your support on that episode. And I had a blast. Let's just be honest. It was a blast. I had so much fun hanging out with those guys and just getting to show them what I have done in this world. Speaking of what we got going on in this world, that brings me on to what we're doing next, and that will bring us way over yonder, which you may have seen a little bit of the layout during the world tour. I didn't really mention it, but I do believe when we were first laying out this village, I had mentioned that we got ourselves a cow pen right here and that this was going to be a horse pen, so it just makes sense for this to be a stable. It might look a little bit different from when I originally laid it out. I did spend a little bit of time tweaking the design, but I am happy with what this looks like and I am excited to get started on that in this episode. And then the other thing I do hope to take care of in this episode is the official bridge into the village. Felt a little weird to be starting the world tour off jumping across the river like that. I mean, granted, we were in creative mode, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to build the official bridge. I have the path and everything here, so that is another thing I plan on knocking out in today's episode. So with that being said, my friends, I think I'm going to go ahead and gather up some resources and let's get right into it. Alright, my friends, I have supplies in hand, and I am filled up to the gills in miscellaneous building blocks, enough to match our current pallets for the rest of the village. But before I get started on this build, I just wanted to take a quick moment to tell you guys that I am trying to reach 300 subscribers before the end of this year. and I need your help. I have been trying to grow my community, and so far the support has been absolutely fantastic, and for that I thank you. But there are some of you out there that still haven't quite committed to a full subscription. So please do that. Help me out. Help out the channel. Let's grow this thing together. And while you're there, go ahead and give this video a like. Alright, let's get right into it, my friends. So with this time lapse, we're going to do things a little bit differently. Typically, I like to just go ahead, put on the music, let you guys rock out while I'm building some big, crazy, epic build. This time, I'm going to spend a little bit of time just talking to you guys and maybe toss in a few kind of pointers and stuff as we go along. So first and foremost, thank you all for getting this far in the video. I do appreciate all of your support, and that kind of brings me on to my first point as far as the view time. The biggest thing that you all can do to support me, besides with a like and or subscribe if you're new, is to watch these videos all the way through. YouTube's algorithm works based off of the amount of time that is viewed through the episode. So if you can watch this episode all the way through, you will be telling YouTube that this content is fantastic and that it needs to be higher up on their priority list. Something that I have been adding lately to the ends of my videos is I like to try to toss in some nice cinematic replay mod footage or some very nice still photos with shaders on, just something to kind of pique your guys' interest and be like a thank you at the end of the episode. Just something while the end credits are rolling, give you guys a little bit of eye candy, maybe some previews from something from my Instagram or whatnot. Just something that I like to add in to give you guys kind of like a reward for making it all the way through the rest of the episode, because I like to use my shaders, but there's always a time and a place for them. So I think that by tossing that in at the end of the video, that'll give you guys something to look forward to. I was recently watching a video by TJ, and the link will be down in the description as always, and he was talking about how he struggled as a YouTuber to try to get his channel off of the ground. He recently just passed 1,000 subscribers, so congratulations to him, and it really inspired me to take the time to talk with you all and maybe see if I can motivate you to help me grow my channel, grow the community. I do have a Discord server as well as an Instagram, which you guys can go and check out. The links are in the description, and those are a few of the points he talked about to how I can get my content out there to others is on other social media platforms. So if you haven't already, go check them out. I try to stay on top of my Instagram, at least. I'm a little bit behind on a few of my pictures, but I will be sure to update those soon. And yeah, my Discord server, I've recently had somebody jump on there and we just kind of talked a little bit, nothing too big, but feel free to hit me up on there. I'm a pretty down-to-earth guy and glad to just take some time and talk to you, whether it's about Minecraft or in general. My goal for this channel always was to provide a positive and uplifting environment for my viewers. I always like to say, you know, good vibes here, and I really do mean that. There's enough going on in the world that, you know, if you can just take the 30 minutes, sit down, watch my episode, and it just makes your day, that makes me happy. That makes everything worthwhile for me, guys. That was the whole reason that I got into creating YouTube content, was that I just wanted to go out there, play this game that I love so much, and then share it with you all. Yeah, I owe it to many of the other content creators, especially the bigger ones off Hermitcraft and such, that they are the ones that made me fall in love with the game, and they inspired me that I can do this. I can share my experience with you guys, and that is what I look forward to. I enjoy playing this game and hearing what you guys think, hearing your ideas, and just playing the game together. So moving back over to what TJ was talking about, another point that he brought up was to utilize Minecraft Shorts. You know, it's the equivalent of TikTok or Facebook Reels. It's just another way for more viewers to get a quick, like, little sneak peek of what you do as a content creator. And I never really wanted to do a whole bunch of those. I see the purpose behind them as far as getting more stuff out there, but that is provided, of course, that you meet the requirements of YouTube as far as your watch times and all of that. That kind of helps to put it up on the shelf. I'm just absolutely butchering all of this information. Like I said, guys, go check out his video. He explains everything so much better in depth than I ever could. He's very technical about that. Okay, well, that's enough of me blabbering on about this. Let's talk about this stable, how it's going so far. You can see me struggling a lot with this little corner section of this roof, and I talked about this when I was building my barn. You can't expect things to be exactly how you plan them the first time you build them. It takes a lot of tweaking, and you don't have to be satisfied with it right off the bat. You can tear this whole thing down and start over if you're just not getting that vibe that you want, and just keep working at it until you get it to how you want it. I'm going to go back in after this time lapse and probably remove that corner section and extend out the spruce part of the stables to go into it, so that way I'm not being forced to try to do that super awkward angle. Because after all, this is a sandbox game. You can go back in there and tweak things as many times as you want. You can play this game how you want, and that is why this game is so successful and loved by so many people, because it gives you true freedom to express yourself, your artistic side, your technical side. For me, I always like to express my creativity in this game. I like to create something that didn't exist before, and I can take that out of my head, put it out here, and in this case, share it all with you. But with that, my friends, that is enough of me just running my mouth talking about all sorts of different things. Let's go ahead, jump out of this stable, get back into first player mode, and let's get this thing finished out. Alright, my friends, much time has passed since that little time lapse. It is now the next day for me, and that is because I went back in and finished this bad boy. Let's hop on down and take a little look at it. So in the video, I said that I was going to go ahead and remove that corner roof. Well, I took the time and reworked it until I was satisfied with it, and here is the end result. I think that it turned out fantastic. Turns out that my center line was off, so that's why it was throwing off the whole roof pattern. So that's all that, but let's jump on down here and get a look at our nice horse fields. I gave a kind of like training ring around here for the horses to kind of work out, and got a little fence to hop. I think it turned out wonderfully. We come over here to our two outside stables. We have our horses in here with some wonderful hay to munch on, and we can always close the door, but I like to leave it open so they can come out and get a look and some little nose rubs. Pretty sure he's actually like the worst horse in here as far as slow, can't jump. He would absolutely fail B-Dub's test. But cruising on inside here, I did the interior fully, guys. Turning over a new leaf. Look at me go. We got ourselves all sorts of saddles, leads, and then some armor. Got ourselves a cat to help keep the mice away out of all the hay. Got ourselves some forging tools for making horseshoes. And then I closed this off because over here, I gave that same barn style that we did over on there. So we got a barn door that's in the closed position, a little bit more dynamic viewpoint from there. And that leads into our internal stables, which I'm going to leave these ones closed because this kind of conflicts a little bit with the kind of space in here. So I wanted to create a little bit of backstory with this, and you'll notice out here that there is a horse that has armor on it, but none of the others do. So kind of the story behind this is that the stable boy who lives in the loft of the stables has had a dream to become a knight and to go cruise out and explore the world. Well, he doesn't have enough money to do all that, so he managed to trade his way into getting a super rusty pair of old horse armor, and that is his steed that he has been training up. So if we were to go back into here and cruise up into the attic, we'll get to see his little house. And it's, you know, it's a stable boy. Nothing's too special. Got cobwebs over the place. He's eating stew that's maybe a little moldy. But he has dreams of becoming a knight. He got himself some leather armor, an axe to practice with because he can't afford a sword. And all he has is dreams and ambitions. I thought it was a lot of fun to add just that little of a backstory to this build. Really bring it to life. So that is this thing in a nutshell. Another thing to point out is that I did rework those two little soffits up there to make them two, which I then went and mirrored onto this side. So this thing is actually pretty symmetrical from one side to the other. And I am so happy with how this thing turned out. And I do hope that you guys like this as well. Well, that is now going to bring me on to our next project, will be the bridge. And while I am heading over there, I wanted to take the time to ask you guys your opinion. So 1.18 is coming up. And with that, it kind of changed the whole world generation. What my question is for you guys, do you want to see me continue in this world and then just explore new chunks to get that new terrain? Or do you want to see me start a whole new series? We got the two projects, this little village and our post-apocalyptic city. It's not really a huge deal to me if we start completely anew, because I really want to have all of that generation right from the get-go. And that kind of brings me on to another point, is that my secondary series, Handcrafted with MayaQuest, is we wanted to kind of have that series done by 1.18. And I don't have enough time, or I should say not as much time as I would like, to both do this series and that series to try to finish it out before the end of the year. So I was planning on dedicating more of my time to that series, to give you guys a little bit of time to think about what you want me to do with this world, as well as get that thing all wrapped up before 1.18. But that's enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and get this project started. Alright, my friends, I cut that time lapse just a little bit short so I could really just get down and work on the details. But the bridge is done, and what a better way to go and look at it than via the boat. So let's cruise on over and get ourselves a look. I love how this turned out. I don't quite remember where I left off on the time lapse. I haven't edited yet. I'm on quite a time crunch. This video is supposed to go out tomorrow and it might be a little late, and for that I do apologize. I've just been having so much fun trying to get this done. But let's just take a moment and look at this bridge. I love this thing. Let's hop out of the boat and get all my stuff correct. And let's give you a little walkthrough here. Did a little bit of training to bring that up. But yes, I struggled with that roof so many times. What, I built it 3 times before I decided to keep it all on the same level. I was trying to make it follow the arch of the bridge, but in the end, it was so much easier to keep it on the same level. But I just love when you come in here and you get these little peekaboo views through here, and then you come onto the middle of the bridge and boom, wide open spaces. Get a nice sweeping view of the windmill, that lovely birch forest over there, and all this nice texture variation. I did go back through and swap out the spruce for all the andesite because we obviously have a spruce roof there, and that was very much conflicting with the overall look. And then of course I went through and added in all the vines and such. And I love how this build turns out. You guys let me know down in the comments what you think of this. But I wanted to make sure that I could in fact ride a boat through everywhere through here. So right through there, boom, checkpoint, and right through the middle, no problem. There's a little bit more texture variation I need to do down here with the cobblestone pillars, but for the most part, this thing is done. And I love it. Can't quite say it enough. But we are running tight on time, and as you can see in my inventory, we have one more thing to do. I mentioned in the world tour that we are overdue for a map update, and we sure are. I don't even remember the last time we did one. So let me go ahead and get that thing all updated, and then we'll take a look. Alright my friends, the maps have been updated, and I ran out of room in the windmill. So I went ahead and moved them into the town hall. I thought it seemed fitting for them to be in the quote-unquote town center, so let's jump in here and take a look. Let's start. I know we just did this with the world tour, but let's just take a moment and look how far we've come. All we have in that is the fields and the windmill, and still the stock village. Then you come over a few episodes later, and more fields and just a couple houses. You got the town center right there, and our storage unit, and our other house. That's pretty much all the stuff that I had built up in a creative world. And you can even see my little podzol pad from growing all my spruce trees. And then the big updates. Wow. Take a look at that. So amazing. Look at all of those details. You can even see the horse stables in there, the bridge. Oh, it's so beautiful. I couldn't be happier with how this has come out. But I'm going to get out of here because that's enough village noises for me. That is going to have to do it for today's episode, my friends. I do hope that you liked this video. It was a bit of a talky one, and for that I do apologize. But let me know what you think in the comments. I'm always interested to hear what my viewers have to say. But until next time, my friends, have a good one, everyone.